Welcome to another episode of The Decision Hour. I'm Adam, and with me, as always, my partner in crime, Patty.
Adam.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
I don't even know.
I don't even know either.
I don't even know.
It's funny because every time I'm thinking about changing the intro,
I know.
I always go back to what I'm comfortable with, and I'm just like, I was going to change that. But anyway.
I know. Me too.
So what's going on? How you been?
I am awesome.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about our show today.
Yeah, we got a great guest today.
Yeah.
Great guest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna bring. I was waiting for you to go. So we got a great guest lined up for you guys today. I had the privilege of meeting him here recently in DC for an event. He is a Army veteran, I believe. I'm gonna have him introduce himself here in a minute and talk a bit about his organization, Team Addo. James Boggs. James, are you there?
I'm here, guys.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, listen, I just got to tell you, though, that intro you guys had with each other, that was phenomenal. That was great. That got a huge smile on my face this morning. So I like how y'all interact with each other. And I think we are just a creature of habit, though, Adam. You want to change things, but we go with what's comfortable and what's familiar.
Yeah,
so,
it's true. It's very true. And when me and Patty are together, whether we're on the phone or, God forbid, we're together in public somewhere, it's like the city is not safe. So... always a good time. Well, welcome to the show, James. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to spend some time with us and our listeners today. Why don't you?
I'm humbled by the invite. Thank you.
Awesome. Why don't you tell our listeners a little bit? Oh, hold on, Patty. You have something you want? I know you want. Yes. You're itching to jump a question. Go ahead, Patty.
I am so excited because so James, you mentioned before this show that you're at Fort Bragg, and I love Fort Bragg. It's like one of those love-hate relationships. You know, you love certain aspects and then you hate certain aspects. But when we moved away, we missed it. So I was excited about that. But James, I'll let you introduce yourself, but I have a question about your organization that you started, and I want to ask it, but it wouldn't be appropriate for me to ask until after you introduce yourself. So I'll go ahead and let you. I was just so excited about Fort Bragg. Go ahead.
Yeah, awesome. No, yeah, we love Fort Bragg. It's been a great home for the past 3 years. So, a little bit about myself. So I just retired last year from the Army. August 31st was my official last day on active duty military. I did 20 years and 8 days. I'm a hybrid. I did 10 years active duty in the Marine Corps. I had a break of service for 3.5 years where I was a police officer in the city of Lakeland, Florida. And then I decided to throw back in my name in the hat. And I became a warrant officer in the United States Army to fly helicopters for the past 10 years in the Army. So that's my military career. I'm now a dependent. My wife is she's an active duty major in the United States Army. She's a JAG officer, and we have 2 little ones: a son 7 years old, Samuel, and a daughter 5 years old, Kennedy. And I'm a stay-at-home dad who runs a nonprofit. That's kind of me in a nutshell.
Wow, that's a lot. So I have a question. If your wife's a JAG officer, do you win any arguments?
I plead the fifth.
And I'm so excited because my husband was in the Marine Corps. He had a break in service. He was a police officer, and then he joined the Army.
Wow.
Yeah. That is awesome.
There's a lot of us out there.
Yeah, there really is. It's funny. It seems like it's a small world. On some of these. Now, what kind of helicopter? You said you were a helicopter pilot. What bird were you on?
Yeah, I was a UH-60. I was rated as a Alpha Lima Mike and an instructor pilot.
Gotcha.
Wow. So the name of your organization, can you tell everybody how to pronounce it? Because when I've looked at it, I said Team Addo, Team Addo. ADDO.
Yeah, yeah. There's, and I capitalize it so people think it's an acronym. I pronounce it Addo. Now it's a derivative from a Latin word or phrase that means to give, to inspire, to give, or to bring. I use the term to inspire from that, but all terms I think are just a great derivative of the word and bring great meaning to what we do, is because we want to give, we want to bring, and we ultimately want to inspire others. One of our board members, for the first 2 years we did it, he pronounced it Addo. But however people pronounce it, as long as the word is coming out of someone's mouth, I honestly don't care. Team Addo.
Team
That
Addo.
is awesome.
I freaking love this organization. It's awesome. And if you're listening to the show right now, it means you're already online. Open up another browser. Go to Team Addo, ADDO.com. TEAMADDO.com. Check them out right now.
Man.
Yeah, and in about 2 weeks, we're going to launch our new website. We're having a company redevelop. We've been working nonstop to really restructure it and format it to where people, when they do go to it, they have a better understanding and a website easier to navigate.
Right on. So I got to ask, tell us a little bit more about the organization, because you guys do quite a few things, and you got some events coming up here. But how did this all get started? I mean, and how, did you just wake up one morning and say, you know what, I'm going to start an organization. This is what we're going to do.
Man, I hope we have a lot longer than 20 minutes, because I love to run my ship.
Oh, man.
Do it.
It's going to be a double feature.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Get into it, James.
Well, I'll give you guys the Reader's Digest condensed version. And at any point you need me to stop running my suck, just let me know. How it got started would be the best place to start this conversation and why it got started. First and foremost, I am what I feel is following my calling from my Lord and Savior, first and foremost. And I put that out there because I'm thankful for what I've been given in this life. And I'm humbled by the opportunities that I've been fortunate to be a part of. So this is what I've been called to do. And that calling came about 10 years ago. I was laying in bed talking to my wife about wanting to give back, wanting to start an organization that took care of our brothers and sisters and our military families and children. And we did not have any children at the time I was talking about this, but I knew that I wanted to be a part of an organization that supported children, especially children with special needs, fighting terminal illnesses, what have you, but children. And then I was very fortunate enough to go and participate in I guess with the lack of a better term, but just a weekend getaway up in Pittsburgh. And it was after our 2012 deployment to Afghanistan. And one of the guys I befriended downrange, a Navy SEAL, he was very involved in an organization called Operation Once in a Lifetime. They're a veteran service organization, nonprofit out of Dallas, Texas. And this weekend was set up for special operations guys. And I'm not a special operator. I've never been in a special operations unit community. But our clients downrange were these Navy SEALs. And the gentleman, Chris, and I, we just became great friends. So he invited a couple of the pilots up to this weekend, and we had a blast. It was such an amazing time. It was sponsored by the Pittsburgh Steelers, Troy Polamalu, Brett Kiesel, Operation Once in a Lifetime, put it all together. And there was about 15 special operations guys. And myself and another Blackhawk pilot, we were riding the coattails of these guys. But it was just an amazing weekend. The guys we got to meet, hang out. We went to a Steelers-Cincinnati game, which was kind of interesting. My wife's a huge Bengals fan, and she's a face painter Bengals fan, so that's how diehard she is. And the Steelers just demolished the Bengals. So it was kind of an interesting weekend. I felt guilty about enjoying that. But it was just a great weekend. So coming home from that, and I made a great friendship with the guy who ran the organization, Operation Once in a Lifetime. And he is now a huge mentor of mine. His name's Patrick Sowers. And I came home from this, just like, I want to do more. I want to be on the side who's giving and not receiving. Now, don't get me wrong. It was great to receive, but I was very thankful for that. But man, I know what I'm capable of. And one thing I'm capable of is, building relationships,
right,
and bringing people together. And ultimately, that's what Team Addo is about. And personally, that's what life's about,
right,
building relationships, like we're doing.
Yeah.
And that's where this morphed into. So I came home from that event. So in 2014, we created Team Addo, and we held our first event, and it was in Enterprise, Alabama, at the Country Club. And another friend I met up in Pittsburgh, Troy Polamalu, he and his wife came down. They actually sponsored our event. And then they flew down, and Troy stood there for 3 hours signing autographs, taking pictures. And man, what a humbling experience to watch Troy and Theodora just work the crowd, make everyone feel welcome. Me acting goofy, doing what I do. And we ended up raising, I think we raised over $7,000 from that event. And we split the proceeds amongst 3 organizations. And at the end of it, I was like, I want to do more, and I want to inspire more people. And from there, it just morphed into just other things. We have our annual charity fishing tournament that spawned from actually taking a couple service members who are stationed at MacDill and putting them on a boat with my Uncle Wade Boggs, and they got to go fish with Wade all day. And it was kind of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for these guys. But from that event was the birth of our All Heroes Open charity fishing tournament. And
which is
then
coming,
we started.
I want to interrupt you real quick right there, because you actually, the annual fishing tournament is coming up here very soon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, September 20th and 21st in Tampa, Florida.
Outstanding. And we'll have more information on that as time draws closer. You'll see some flyers and stuff like that. So if you can't make it down there, or you'd like to donate or get involved, we'll have all that information. We'll make sure that we post that information up there. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be down there this year, so I'm definitely excited about it.
Yeah, that's our marquee event. That's a wonderful time. Last year we had 68 veterans, service members, family members of veterans, service members out on boats. That's one of our veteran programs, is getting people out on the water, fishing. Being out on the water to me is very therapeutic. Mm-hmm. And when we could get as many people out on the water as we can, I think we're doing a great job. So that's one of our veteran programs. Bringing people in from all over the United States, veterans, and obviously a lot of Tampa Bay veterans. MacDill Air Force Base is there, but it's a wonderful time. And then that tournament helps us generate money not only for Team Addo and the Veterans Closet, but we split our proceeds with Shriners Hospital for Children Tampa, because what they do there is just an amazing organization. So that's an awesome time for us.
Nice.
I love that. I don't think I've ever heard of another veteran organization that donates to another charity that's not quite a veterans organization. That's cool. my husband's uncle was a Shriner. So
Yeah.
they do
Yeah.
awesome things.
Now,
No, and that's what we're about. It's not about Team Addo at the end of the day. It's sure enough not about James Boggs. You could remove me at any time, and I hope Team Addo continues to do what it does. But it's about a community. It's about perpetuating the success and the lives of other people. At the end of the day, building those relationships, taking care of each other, and ultimately inspiring other people.
You know, a lot of people think that James Bond is cool, but I think James Boggs is a lot cooler.
He's setting the standard, Patty.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta tell you, James is a life-size guy, big beard, and dresses like to the like. I was jealous. Like I walked in when I met him for the first time. I was like, he had this killer suit on, and I'm just like, damn, that guy can dress. And I was like, and I'm a, you know me, Patty. Like I'll wear, jeans. I can go from my old redneck self to like into a suit, business type, like the whole nine. And I love suits. Like I was telling James when I met him that my goal is when I build my next house, I want a walk-in closet in one side. I just want suits. That's all I want.
Suits and cowboy boots.
Yeah, that's it. Suits and cowboy boots. I tell you what.
Yeah, the suit thing is, and that's why we kind of do what we do as well. Is we think of the suit as, and that's why we chose the suit. It's an iconic outfit, and it's an iconic style in throughout history.
Yep.
Suits have, maybe the lapels have gotten shorter, wider, longer, whatever. But a suit's a suit. And we want to put a suit in every service member's closet, male, female, and spouse's closet as well. We work directly on the male side with Men's Warehouse. They give us a great deal. And we suit up every male service member or spouse that we put in there. They get to pick out a custom Joe suit. They pick out the fabric. They pick out the colors, the lining, the stitching, what type of collar they want, all this stuff. And then we give them a shirt, a tie, belt, and shoes. And they could use it for whatever. Now, does it go great with a transitioning service member? Absolutely. Because they're going to need a suit for going to an interview. Right. But you know what? Suits are great for date nights. They're great for weddings. Whatever formal occasion you need, it's always great to have a suit in your closet. That's why we chose that gift. And it's not based upon economic ability or inability. It's not based upon need. It's truly a gift. I don't care if someone served 4 years or 40 years, or they were an E4 or a 4-star general. I want to give you a suit to say thank you for your service, period.
Patty, what we...
Yeah, that is amazing because
more and more raised here.
I've known of other organizations who say that they'll give a veteran a suit, but then you look at the suit that they give them and it's like an old one from the 70s. And I mean, do I need to say anything about that? So, I mean, that really is amazing. And I think too, when I dress my best, I feel my best, and I never feel like I can overdress for an occasion. So I love the idea of a suit. I think it helps boost morale too. I mean, who doesn't feel good all dressed up?
We did a transition fair April of 2018, and we at that transition fair, this was the first one we'd done. We gave away over 80 suits that day. Wow. We gave them away. Wow. And we paid for all the alterations. And these were all brand new suits that we were giving out. And one of the young sergeants that we put a suit on, his exact words were, "Man, I feel like I just won $1 million." And,
wow, yeah.
And to me, if that's the sentiment, if that's the feeling, we've hit the nail on the head.
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing. Absolutely love that. I'm sitting here like, man, James is really setting the bar high. Patty.
I know. I think he's one of my favorites
he really,
that we've interviewed.
Yeah, James is. I mean, I can't thank you enough, man, because like I felt like when I met you, I was just like I could be around this guy all the time. If you ever get a chance, folks, if those of you that are listening, first off, you're already on the internet. Open up another browser. Go to teamaddo.com, teamaddo.com. Get involved with this organization in some form or fashion, please. They're doing some incredible things. And the fact that they're suiting our veterans, not only the veterans, but the spouses as well. They have their annual fishing tournament coming up. Looks like they got a cornhole tournament and stuff coming up. They got raffle tickets that you can purchase and whatnot. All this stuff goes back into the community. And I'm fortunate. Patty and I are fortunate enough to travel the country, and we get to meet a lot of people throughout the year. And we're grateful for everybody that we cross paths with and that we get to shake hands with. James is a special one for definitely for sure, and because he gets it. And those of you that have been following us for quite a while understand that I say you got to have your heart in the right place. It's all about the purpose. It's not about you can go out and chase the dollar all you want, folks, but that's all you'll be doing the rest of your life is chasing that dollar. It's like if you have to have purpose in life, and James hits the nail on the head. And he's when they broke the mold, there was James. That's what we see. And I can't thank you enough, brother, for all the stuff that you are doing. I think it's truly, truly amazing. And I think if this world had more James Boggs in it, then the world would definitely be a better place, you know.
No, guys, I'm humbled. I'm just, I'm really just trying to listen to what God's calling for me, and I want to be an example to my children. I want them to grow up and understand that, being a servant is what we're called to do. I don't want to be first in line. I don't want to sit at the head of the table. And I'm not saying that with pride either. But I want other people to feel that. I want people to be acknowledged. I want to serve people. And that's where I find my joy, because I know that's what I've been called to do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
James, we're coming up on time here. But before we let you go, any parting words that you want our listeners to know? This is what I would ask. If someone is, this is my plea to your audience. If you don't have a charity of choice, we'd love to be that charity. And what we've created is a program called a team player program. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great organizations out there that you could give your money to. And I hope people would see us as a good choice, a solid choice. When people donate to the team player program, our goal over the next year is to get 1,000 people to sign up at $10 a month. And what that would do for the communities that we're involved in, and really nationwide, is that would allow us on a monthly basis to suit up over 15 transitioning service members and spouses monthly when we hit that 1,000 mark. Wow.
And that's just $10 a month. And I know we've seen the commercials for all these other great organizations. So if someone doesn't have an organization they want to donate to, please look at Team Addo. What we're doing is we feel is a great service to those who have sacrificed so much for our freedoms, family members and the service member themselves. So thank you guys so much for letting me be on. If there's any way I could be a service to anyone out there, please let me know. And thank you guys for what you're doing. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thanks, James. Man, Patty, what great interview. And James is he's such a great guy, and he's just like kind of like this larger than life personality. and he's just, I don't know, just a really, really friendly guy, and I really connected with him when I met him recently. So, you got anything before we? I mean, we're up on time, so do you got anything you wanna say? Let our listeners know.
Everybody just keep going to thedecisionhour.com. Check out our next shows that are coming up, and definitely check out James's organization, Team Addo. They're doing awesome things. So thanks for listening. Have an awesome day.
That's it, folks. Make sure you also check out Heroes Media Group, heroesmediagroup.com. For Patty, I'm Adam. Until next time, you've been listening to The Decision Hour.